welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is someone who is currently hanging tough. It's Anande Boetis.
There you go. That wasn't bad, Mark.
So I watched this movie in 2010, and I remember my first experience with it. I was sitting in a theater, and this is after The Happening and some of M. Night's duds that had just been released. And I watched this trailer, I'm like, this looks really good. But then it said produced by M. Night Shyamalan. And everyone not everyone in the theater, but a big handful of people in the theater started laughing. And I kind of thought to myself, oh, this movie's in trouble. Because they were thinking about The Happening, and they were thinking about other things. So this is a movie that, it was just his story. I mean, someone else wrote this, other people directed it, but I think everyone just associated this movie with M. Night Shyamalan. But I think, the screenplay by Brian Nelson, the direction by John Eric Dowdle, I think it holds up, and I think this is a good movie.
Yeah, me too. I really liked it. I was pleasantly surprised because I didn't actually hear anything about this movie. It kind of just popped up on my radar, and I was like, oh, cool, nice little horror. 80 minutes.
Oh, it's perfect.
Nice and short. It was perfect. I mean, it's like a little short story that they made into a film, and they didn't try and make it like this long saga, which I don't think it would have fit at all because, I mean, it's basically this parable story that the narrator tells, and the story just gets embodied with these people getting stuck on an elevator with Lucifer in a lift.
Oh, that'd have been a great alternate title.
Right?
Oh my God.
Lucifer in a lift.
Oh my gosh. What's better, Devil or Lucifer in a lift?
I mean, I do like the title, like just Devil.
Mm-hmm.
It's so devilish.
And the V is a down button on an elevator.
Yeah, that's excellent.
It makes me so happy. And also this movie, did you catch all the religious mentions in here? Like all the, not Easter eggs, but just all the mentions of everything in here? Did you catch all those?
I actually don't know if I did. I didn't really go and check if I did. I catched a lot of it because, I mean, they weren't really subtle about about any of the religious stuff.
Yeah. This movie is incredibly earnest and completely unsubtle, and I think that's what I love about it. It's just such a. I mean, he drops toast on the ground. Yep, the devil's here. It's just so earnest, all of it, and I love it, and it makes me so happy. In the beginning, the jumper who jumps out of the building to open up room for the devil to come to Earth to torture souls and have the devil's meeting, he falls on a Bethel bread, like Bethel. And then you have, Bethlehem Pike. Then you have Trinity Car Wash. You have 333 Locust Street, which is, half of 666, and Locust, which were unleashed in the plague. So you have all these interesting little things. And I loved the red on all 5 of the characters that are in the lift, too. I dug that about it. I don't know. And did you notice this? Bokeem Woodbine's...
Not everything you said.
Oh, got it. There's so many little... I'm telling you, I was so excited watching this movie. I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm a nerd. But yeah, so Bokeem Woodbine, he plays Ben Larson in this movie, right? He has red stars on his lapels. Every other guard that works for Caraway Security has gold stars.
What?
Yeah, and then you have, the old woman who turns out to be the devil. She has red hair, so they're saying gingers are evil, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Sarah Caraway, her fingernails were painted red. Vince, the salesman, the mattress salesman, had the red tie. And then Tony, played by Logan Marshall Green, he's so good at being tortured looking. Logan Marshall Green, he had a red. His bag was red, so everyone had little elements of red to them. And I loved how they snuck it in there. And I know I'm talking a lot, but this movie really rewards repeat viewings. And I think that's why I keep watching it. Plus, in fact, it's 80 minutes long, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's like a quick watch. You can, take a long lunch and watch yourself some Devil. I mean, but you're blowing my mind right now with this. Yeah, I didn't even pick that up. That's great.
Do you want me to keep going?
Please, no, please. Talk away. Please, be the fanboy that you are, Mark. Do it.
All right, so, and also when they go into the things like don't sit under the apple tree, Adam and Eve with the apple.
Of course,
and then, I love that part. And then in the beginning, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but there's a guy cleaning the floor, and he lifts up the floor cleaner, and he pulls out something from the middle, which maybe could be like this, the rings of hell, the circles of hell coming through. That's a stretch. But I kind of dug that, and I also saw some interesting things in regards to Constantine, the movie with Keanu Reeves. So I know The Devil's Meeting was around long before the comic book of Constantine, but Chris Messina is a detective who lost his family, and he became an alcoholic who is going to kill himself. Then you have Constantine, who wears the same suit, black tie, jacket in the movie. And then also Logan Marshall Green in the elevator kind of looks like Constantine does in the comic books. So you have this really neat little crossover world full of possibilities that I really liked.
Mark, this is excellent. This is all really good. I'm loving it.
And
I also had this thing with Constantine because I kept thinking, which devil do I like more? Like Peter Stormare, or do I like this old lady doing the devil thing? Because she was freaking scary with those black eyes at the end. Yes, like that was well done.
I liked her.
I think she's my second favorite devil.
Who's your first favorite?
Peter Stormare.
Oh yeah,
from Constantine.
He is so good. So good.
I mean, I think he's everyone's favorite devil. Like I think it's pretty much universally known that he's the best.
Yeah, if you did a list of top 10 favorites, he would probably be number one just from the aggregate ranking. So Tilda Swinton's in that movie. Constantine has a bunch of Oscar winners and excellent actors.
Yeah, I'm a big Constantine fan. Like, I really, really loved how they did that. Big fan.
That's one of our more popular episodes, actually. It just keeps getting listens. People love them some Constantine. And there's like there's about 3 commentaries on that Blu-ray, so there's tons of stuff if you want to research more of it. I dig it. Can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
So at the end, everybody, Messina, Ramirez, and Logan Marshall Green's character, Tony, they all realize that the devil is real. So when the devil leaves at the end, the devil doesn't wipe the footage. So is it going to be common knowledge that the devil is in this world?
Well, I kind of like saw it more. People are probably just going to think, it's been crazy. Because when they actually get to the lift in the end, they're keeping on yelling, oh, she got away, she got away. So I think it'll probably, become lore, if you will. But yeah, I mean, some of them definitely found their faith, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's like, I think it's probably one of those just too crazy of a story to tell.
Yeah, you can't really beat a bar and tell somebody that story.
They're gonna really look at you all funny.
Which story do you think people would believe? You are LL Cool J from Deep Blue Sea, or you are Chris Messina, the detective from this, and you have to make people believe one of the stories. Which one sounds more realistic?
No, I don't know. I mean, because the thing is, I guess it can be easy to just spin a story. Like my thing with this, with Devil's ending with the old woman, because it's like an old woman, it's like the last person you'd think would massacre 5 people in an elevator like that. But then it's like, oh, is it? I mean, stranger things have happened. So I guess I'll be someone that would spin it that way, I would believe, no, it's not the devil. It's this old lady, and she's just super freakishly strong and cutthroat and I don't know what,
a ninja.
It's women, or something. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think?
Which story I had to tell to make people believe? I would love that. Well, the Deep Blue Sea one, I guess you'd have the massive scar in your side from the shark. So that one might be more believable, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I guess it'd be tougher to explain the devil one. But so you're telling me a 65-year-old ninja woman wiped out 4 people in an elevator and then disappeared. Yeah. And did you notice the way that she needles at everybody in this movie? So she's the one who instigates in the beginning. Yeah,
honestly, I mean, the first time I saw it, I knew it was her.
Yeah, me too.
But then they did the whole twist where she gets killed and you're like, what?
Yeah.
But so when the end came, I was like, oh, yeah, okay. But yeah, she does instigate it because the first time we're actually at the lift, there's a lift and they're like, oh, you want to come in? And she's like, no, this one's too full. And the guy's like, no, you can. And she's being because she's heavy racist as well. There's a lot of racist undertones with her.
Yeah.
Throughout. I mean, you picked up on that, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's not really subtle. And yeah, she makes some remark or whatever. So she, kind of made sure, no, they all get into the same lift. So yeah, I mean, again, that wasn't really subtle or anything, but I still love it. I mean, sometimes it's nice to even not have to think too much, because I think what made this movie really good is the way that they actually filmed it, with from the point of view inside the elevator where we actually have the characters' point of views to the, in the security office where they watch the footage. It's these, objective viewing versus subjective viewing almost. I loved that. And I think that placed us more into the story and, the switching between the different ways they shot it, which was really cool. I mean, I know we're going to talk about that, but I think that's what worked for me. I don't always want to watch a movie and have my brain break to try and figure stuff out. This is just like one of those fun watch movies.
Oh, they tell you everything, and I dig that about it.
Yeah,
but imagine,
I love it too.
Imagine the nightmare of, so the guy who shot this, his name's Tak Fujimoto, and he won an Academy Award for Silence of the Lambs. So he's just big business in the industry.
Yeah.
And so they shot this in Toronto at a $10 million budget, and they shot it in 40 days. But just imagine the nightmare of making, well, so they had 2 elevators, one with a lot of blood and guts and one that looked a lot cleaner. And but imagine just, and the actors wanted the claustrophobia as much as possible, so they didn't remove as many of the walls as they could have during this time. So just, and also a lot of the cameramen were all wearing green, so that they could be digitally taken out later, which is gnarly. But just imagine trying to storyboard this movie to try to make it visually interesting. And there's a couple neat things where there's a scene where the older woman, she sits down on the ground, and then it goes from her perspective looking up. And so they keep doing neat little things like that to keep it visually interesting. And as a film nerd and as someone who teaches film, I kept going, oh my gosh, look at that. I don't know, it's a little weirdo $10 million movie that didn't make an effect much. It made like 60 million worldwide, which isn't bad, but I like how they did it. And I thought it was always visually interesting. And I also, going back with her, when she gets on there, she starts going at the guard, Bokeem Woodbine, his character Larson. She's like, where's your walkie-talkie? Where's this? Where's that? And she knows she stopped the elevator. And she's getting him pissed off. And then that creates tension in the thing. So she kicks it right off the bat, just playing with Bokeem Woodbine's character to alienate him against everybody. It's a really neat thing. And then I'm pretty sure she kills Vincent, the mattress salesman, because he annoys her the most first. Do you think that's why she got rid of him first?
Yeah, I do think so. He would probably have freaked out way too much, as the body counts started to pile. So yeah, I think it was a good call from the devil to take him out first.
She hated him. She just was like, I hate this guy. I'm gonna wipe him out.
Yeah. No, I mean, he was the obvious first choice, I guess. He was the obvious first choice, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he was always like, I love how he kept calling Bokeem Woodbine's character dog and bro.
Yeah, I mean, it was actually, his character was well written. I actually enjoyed his lines. He had some weird lines and a weird way of speaking. It's like your salesman or whatever, but he did make it his own, which I kind of felt like, he should go first, but also, I mean, not a bad character. The characters weren't bad in general.
I think my favorite line in this is when we learn that they can hear the security guards talking to them, but the security guards can't hear them. So Matt Craven, one of the security guards, his name's Lustig, he's like, okay, guys, hang tough. And then Vincent, the salesman, goes, when's the last time you heard hang tough? And then the guy goes, what'd you say? And then he, nothing. And then he's like, what'd you say? Is he starting a fight? That was funny. That was a good, well-written little bit.
And I think that's the thing. I mean, this movie wasn't being all serious. And I think people were being way too serious about the movie, because I think it just kind of became a trend to dunk on anything Shyamalan's doing because, he's had some weird movies before this one. But yeah, I think you shouldn't, for anyone who wants to watch this movie, don't take it too seriously because it's actually really a lot of fun. I mean, the whole scene with the jelly toast. Come on. How can you take a movie seriously with that scene,
But it gets the point across, doesn't it? It made me so happy with that.
Exactly.
I love it. So there's a place I used to write for, and I would always send in pitches about Devil, and they never got picked up, but it never stopped me from doing it. I've sent Devil pitches to every publication known to man. And so I've tried to defend the jelly scene. I've tried to write about how I love the beginning of Philly Upside Down. It's just such
love it. And it's the most unsettling intro. It's definitely one of the most unsettling intros ever. It's so good.
The world's upside down. Boom. You don't even have to tell us. You just, okay, I get it. Something fun, something, and then at the end, it just shows Philly looking normal. So it's bookended really well, but I used to pitch this so much, writing about how much I liked Ramirez in here. And I have a question.
Yeah.
So everybody was supposed to be there, just to lose faith, or so the devil brings everyone there for a reason. Everyone's brought there for a reason. Why was Ramirez there?
No, Mark, you tell me.
Do you think to lose faith? So he seems like a very devout man. And the devil might have thought, I'm going to have this really devout Christian who knows about devil's meetings. Or I think he seems Roman Catholic from what I've read. And so they're saying, I'm going to have this guy watch, this man of faith watch as I murder these people, and he's helpless, which will demoralize him. Do you think do you think so?
No, I think that's a good explanation. Cause like, yeah, he is the narrator though. So maybe, because like there's this whole thing with Detective Dude. What's his name again? Detective Dude.
Detective Bowden.
Bowden, yes. Cause he says he doesn't believe in the devil. So maybe it's more like a thing of, like this whole juxtaposition of believing in the devil and believing in the story and not doing that. Maybe he was just there to like, for affirmation, like, yeah, dude, here I fucking am.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like your way of thinking about it, because that makes sense too. But interesting. I didn't think about it like that way. Like, why was he there? But probably just to shake his faith, or like, yeah, show him, yes, the story is real.
Yeah, I guess for expository dialogue. The devil knew a movie was being made, so they wanted him there.
Yeah, didn't even think of that either.
Oh, and one more random thing for you. Did you know that what was her name? Sarah Caraway, in there, she had a circular bracelet, and so it's a bunch of circles going around her wrist, and they really focus on that a lot in the movie. And so I researched it, and the circle tends to mean infinity. So that could have been another, like, a red herring as to her being the devil. If you watch it again, notice how, so in the opening scene where everyone gets on the elevator, I liked how they put the salesman in the back because he was the tallest. And then he's looking at everyone, and he checks her out, everything like that. But he's looking at everybody, and you get a layout of the elevator and who's in there. But yeah, she puts her hand back, you see the circle, she does it again, you see her bracelet, and at the end you see her bracelet. So they kept showing it. I think they were trying to red herring us.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That makes sense. Ooh, I'm so going to watch this again after we've had our chats.
And I hope you get as excited as me, because it's weird when, I'm a 37-year-old man watching Devil and going, oh my gosh, did you see that? But I mean, if you write about film and teach film and can't geek out about it, then you probably shouldn't be doing it.
No, exactly. I mean, this is why we're fans. Like, we're not afraid to say that we love the shit out of something, but listen, do you think when they did the casting for this movie, they actually asked the actors, like, does anyone suffer from claustrophobia? That's like the kind of question you have to ask before you cast people to film a thing like this. Because like I read, like, it was also a bit of a challenge in the sense that, all the actors that die early, the rest of the movie, they just play corpses.
They did.
So, that's like not the funnest thing for an actor to do. Just lie there and try not to breathe. And so that's also like, if you think about that, it's quite a challenging little number to shoot.
And what I like about it is the director, John Eric Dowdle, who also did Quarantine, which I really liked, the remake of Wreck. And he did As Above, So Below, which I really enjoyed. Have you watched As Above, So Below?
Yes, and I love it. I love it.
Isn't it
Big
so
fan.
good? Oh, it's so good.
So good.
So good. And all right, I'm not going to spoil the ending, but I love the ending of it. But he told the actors in advance that he wanted them there being dead. So I guess going into it, and it was a 40-day shoot. How much time? So they probably spent probably 3-4 days, 5 days maybe outside in like Philly, around there, and then in Toronto. And then they had Matt Craven and his security guards. That was probably 3-4 days. And then they had the elevator shaft, the guy upstairs, the window. So I bet these actors who were in the elevator probably did 20 days, maybe. Maybe a month of being around. So I guess that's not too bad. If you're acting for 10 and then you just lay around for another 2 weeks, I guess that's not too much of an investment, is it?
Well, not if you're claustrophobic. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm full on claustrophobic, but I don't like small spaces. So that would have been tough for me personally. That's why I say, like, I'm sure none of them have had a problem with it. Because I think someone that does, like, I think it'll be too much because it's not only them, it's like all the camera crew and everyone also in there. Like, I think, yeah. Yeah, it's not something I would do personally.
No, no, thank you. I mean, you know, Matt, like hot in studios too. You can't have the air on, so it gets all hot. Well, actually,
Mm.
I think they shot in October, so it might have been kind of cool in the stage they filmed on. That might have not been too bad in Toronto. That'd be pretty chilly, so that might be a positive. But yeah, so
Yeah.
they would fit the camera person, the assistant camera person, and the boom guy into the elevator with 5 actors. Oh, yeah, that's not fun. You know,
No.
I had to play dead in a movie once.
Oh,
And
yeah?
yeah, so I was hired to be this like a stormtrooper type thing in a movie, not an actual stormtrooper, but like a guard, someone that was dressed like one. And I was working on the movie, and they threw me into it because I could fit into the costume. But the AD guy put me in a position that was so uncomfortable that by the time all the people were done rappelling and everything, like my knees were buckling, my head, like my neck was hurting, and they did it on purpose. So take after take, I had to lay in the most uncomfortable position, while other dead stormtroopers just got to lay there. Not real stormtroopers, but they just got to lay there sleeping. And so that was not fun. So yeah, I wouldn't want to lay in that for 2 weeks. You're right. No, thank you.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Like, I have a similar story, but like on stage, because I did stage acting and where I had to die on stage and then lie there for like 10 minutes. But the way I fell the one evening, I couldn't get up after it because my leg just went absolutely numb. So yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess in this type of scenario, you can at least like put everyone neatly where they're supposed to be, but still, you know, they're lying there with like makeup and prosthetics and stuff because they've just died. And yeah, I think it's a challenge. It's a challenge. So well done to them.
You know what else I thought was interesting? They always wanted this to be a PG-13 movie, but there's a decent amount of blood and terror in it. So I,
Mm.
it doesn't feel like an egregious. Like I kind of like movies that aren't just R to be R. I think they made it. There's enough gore in this, I think, to satiate gorehounds. Is there?
Yeah, I think so too. Like I read they actually had to fight to not get the R. They were very adamant on PG-13 and they got it at the end. But yeah, I mean, I think because of the fact that they don't actually show us killings, like we see
Yeah.
the deaths, you know, I think that's what maybe made it a difference because yeah, there's definitely enough like blood and gore and stuff, for people who, you know, like want to see that. But yeah, I mean, in saying that, when Salesman dies, I think that was kind of like, ugh, the grossest one where he was just like lying there, yeah, dying out, shaking, like spastic. I think that was probably the grossest.
Yeah, I would say so. Because the other one, Bokeem Woodbine, Larson just gets his head ripped backwards, and then the other
Yeah.
lady's hung.
Yeah, the young lady was, I think, the one that like kind of shocked me the most because you didn't expect to see that.
Mm-hmm.
And just the way the angle that they shot it to was like, ooh. Listen, but on that note, why does the devil look like a mummy?
Yeah, I have no clue.
What's that?
Yeah, that's weird, right?
Why, Mark?
Okay. Why does it? Okay, let's unwrap this. So, you know what's interesting is the guard in the beginning that's not there that Larson takes over for it. His name is Ramsey, and Ramsey was Egyptian pharaoh. So maybe
Ooh.
there's a bunch of Ramses. I don't know. So maybe they were going for an Egyptian vibe. Maybe the devil is feeling like being saucy. Maybe.
I like that. He was feeling saucy. Yeah. Like, let's do a dress up this time around.
I mean, just getting people's heads. You saw the way that she like kind of ran towards Larson when it first got dark. He's like, I was stuffed into a thing for 6 hours. They got everyone paranoid there. She got blood onto the salesman. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna dress like a mummy, and I'm gonna do little grain faces for Ramirez just to mess with him. I think the devil's just having a blast.
It's just having fun.
Well,
No, but I'm telling you, there's something more there. Like, I'm telling you.
Isn't that movie Bedazzled too with Elizabeth Hurley? Doesn't she take different forms as well?
That is true. But it was just like weird because the face that we see in the security footage, it looks like he's like there you can't really see it. But then when we see that flash with where it clearly looks like he's wrapped up in some kind of rags or toilet paper or whatever.
Yeah.
Then you realize, oh, but the face also kind of looked like ripped and rags and, like raggedy.
Maybe
I just thought, well, that's interesting. And I was like, I'm not going to research this. I'm going to ask you about it.
Maybe the devil just used some assistance because the devil I don't know, she hung herself. Maybe she needed some help from some hell lackeys or I don't know. I'm stretching there. You got me on that one. Normally I have an answer.
Yeah. I also can't seem to really put my thumb on anything that can at least be somewhat true and exciting at the same time. But yeah, I like the fact that she does hang herself. And it's like, with what? With those bloody rags.
If we're in that elevator and it's dark for 5 seconds and then someone's hung in a corner when no cables were out, would we think something is well, because that thing got broken, but that's kind of fishy, right?
I would immediately be very paranoid about what, on the roof of the elevator, like on the outside.
Like a Twilight
I would
Zone.
immediately be like, there's something out there. Because how the hell do you hang someone in an elevator? Like, it would make sense from above. So I would immediately be very paranoid about, no, don't open that hatch. Don't go out there. Like,
yeah.
I guess.
It's like that William Shatner Twilight Zone episode? There's something on the wing.
Yeah.
What do they call them? Goblins? No, gremlins? Oh, that'd be terrible.
Yeah, no, I would probably rather have that than Mummy Devil. I don't know. Mummy Devil freaks me out.
This is really bothering me. Maybe when we take a break, I'll do a quick Google search because I gotta know.
Sorry.
Maybe, it was cast down from heaven and it didn't want to show its face.
Yeah, I wonder because with the Ramsey connection that you just made, like, there might be something there. Let's Google and come back to this one.
All right, so how about this? Let's take a quick break right now, and then when we come back, we'll see if we can find an answer for what we're talking about. All right, so we'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks, and I think the closest answer I have is they were just a fan of the Silent Hill video game that had those nurses with the rat faces. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think of all the non-answers we have, that's the best theory. And yeah, Shyamalan has said before, like he does a lot of nods to other movies and other stuff like he's a fan of. He's not afraid to admit it, So saying that it might be a nod to Silent Hill, I think that's fair.
He borrows from Agatha Christie and a bunch of other films, so why not that?
Yeah. That would explain because otherwise, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it could be some deep lore, but let's go with Silent Hill.
I kind of like, I think it's a good question to ask because it's not a plot hole. It's just more of a question to ask. I like movies that leave you with questions that are good questions, not like how did Michael Myers drive from New York to California? Like, that's a bad question. I want questions like, why is the devil with bandages over its face, right?
Exactly. Like, what was more the design idea and the aesthetics behind it? Yeah. I would definitely also rather want to ask those kind of questions.
And I have another question for you. After Prometheus, The Invitation, and Upgrade, is Logan Marshall Green one of the best actors at just looking tortured and sad?
Yes. He does that really, really well.
He just always he pulls off Sullen so well, and it makes me happy.
I appreciated him doing this in Devil, you appreciate the guy for doing it because he does it really well.
And you know what I like too is these 5 actors, we don't see much of them in other movies. They're not major A-list stars. So it was really kind of cool watching these 5 who probably weren't that big yet and they had to get hired for budgetary constraints, but they all did a really good job of that. And I don't know if you've noticed this, but I like when there's fresh faces on screen because it's just, we're not watching this person in a movie. Tom Cruise is great, but it's Tom Cruise. So I like when I don't know some of these actors and I can just deal with them as characters. And I felt like that with this movie.
Absolutely. I think, also if you have like a character-driven movie, then it's okay if you've got Nicole Kidman in it, say, and because, with someone like Kidman, you can't take your eyes off of her. But like I say, if it's a character-driven movie, then it's fine if it's someone like Nicole or Charlize or whoever. But when it's like a movie like this, where it's really about like more this little story, then yeah, I don't want to see actors that's going to like kind of distract from what's happening, And I mean, it was like, what was cool about Devil is it's got this kind of long and slow, it's a slow burner at first, like it's got this build up, but it also moves quite fast because it doesn't keep us with the five in the elevator for too long. It switches between the security guys and them. So yeah, you don't get bored of them.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. I kind of wanted to learn more about most of these people. And my biggest question, what do you think Sarah's game was? So there's a scene where she accused the salesman of touching her butt. And then there's another scene where she had Bokeem Woodbine drag Logan Marshall Green back into the elevator. So she wasn't the devil. She wasn't instigating. What was her end game in here? Was she kind of a manipulator because she bounced between sides a little bit? Was she actually bit? Did the devil bite her?
I think the devil did bite her.
Oh.
And I think she was like legitimately freaked out. Yeah, that was gross. Like, and actually also funny when everyone's like, bite? What? Did someone just bite her? Like, who does that? Can you imagine? Can you imagine getting stuck in an elevator, the lights go out, and someone bites you?
Because she went.
What would you do, Mark? What would you do?
Wow. I would be a lot less rational than she was. Like, I guess look at people's teeth immediately.
Yeah, maybe that.
But
everyone show me your teeth.
Wait, what? Oh, wouldn't that be horrible? You just get bit?
Yes, that would freak me out. No, that would freak me out.
Because
But she was.
Wow.
Yeah, no, like, I just wanted to say, like, she definitely, like, that whole, because she's the liar also, right?
Uh-huh.
She's the one that lies. The whole lying thing. So I think definitely that, like, manipulation came out even while she was in survival mode, because it's just like, that's what she does. And probably also why, she didn't get any redemption or whatever, because she just kept on doing what she does, like manipulating people to make sure she's fine, because that's the thing. It was very easier for her to pitch the guys against each other so that everyone gets off her back, because like one point everyone was thinking everyone else was suspicious. So
yeah,
she just used everyone else to get the attention off of her.
All right, I got to watch it again now to see her.
Yeah.
Watch it all over again.
Yeah, that's what manipulators do.
And then what about the scene with Bokeem Woodbine, who plays Ben, the guard? There's a scene where they're talking about they're trying to close someone's eyes. And he goes, yeah, that doesn't happen. You can only do that after a few hours. Is that just common? Not because he had assault, and then he put someone in a coma. So were they saying he had killed somebody or had been around the bodies? What were they saying about that? Because I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, I actually laughed at that line. Was funny for me, actually, because they just put this in here to create more suspicion or whatever, because that felt like almost a nonsensical line almost, because they already said this guy, he beat someone up, but the person didn't die.
Yeah.
So why would he now like say exactly this thing about the eyes? I also didn't know that. I always laugh with that line because it's a weird one. It's like, now you're just like trying to pull us here, like with the audience, the writers poking us.
That's a poke, isn't it? For sure.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's not a perfect movie or anything, I think there is a line here, a shot maybe here that they could have done without. But I mean, it's so few. Like, I still love the movie, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think that was one of those lines where, oh, okay, really? Okay, sure. Interesting.
I don't think they could have cut anything more. Because what's the minimum for being released in theaters? Because this is 80 minutes. It makes me so happy. 80 minutes. How happy were you is that bad that, like, were you happy to see an 80-minute movie?
I mean, listen, we've talked about Dr. Sleep and how we can't get enough of that. That's the kind of movie where you want 3 hours, 4 hours. But I mean, every story is different. And this little story doesn't need 2 hours. It doesn't.
No.
Like, I think if they stretched it, sure, you can get into the characters and really like, climb into them and stretch them out. Rather leave me wanting more than leave me, I actually like got bored of this and wish it was over half an hour ago, you know?
They were thinking about doing flashbacks, but then the director wisely just said, let's just keep it to being in the present. There's there's one flashback that I think is really
There's
needed.
one.
But
Yeah.
other than that, I mean, I like that too. I like when I think this movie, you can learn about the characters just by their actions. So the scene where the salesman says hanging tough, and he's like, are you starting to fight with me? Then he backs down immediately. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
And then he lets the devil go first in the elevator, but then he tries to keep the guy out. Little actions taught us a lot about them. So I guess we don't need to be told about that. And there were 3 deleted scenes. So there's one with the guy selling mattresses, and he's really good at it. There's one of the devil being racist at a bank. And there's one of Tony going to get his tools. It was smart to leave all of them out, but...
Absolutely. I don't think the flashbacks would have worked in this movie. I think it would have just made it like all the others, really.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's what made it unique, that they didn't need to do that. They didn't need it. It's like the flashback that they used was the only flashback that like was needed for the story, like the rest. Yeah, I think it was really well done to show us these characters and what their deal is without making it sound too over explaining,
Mm-hmm. And what did you think about the inspector? Do you think he was a good cop?
Yeah. I did. I mean,
yep.
I think he was thinking it's going to be a slow day.
Yeah.
No one was prepared for hell to rain down on them. I mean, getting stuck in an elevator ever been so exciting, I mean, getting stuck in an elevator is actually pretty mundane. It's not very exciting. It's like, hang tight, we'll get you out, whatever. But this was next level.
It's a mean idea, isn't it? Let's lock people in an elevator, which is already boring enough, tense enough. There's nowhere to go. You're stuck in this thing with all these people you don't know. And then the devil's in there. That's a twofer right there. I love it. It makes me happy.
Yeah, I mean, the whole premise. Yeah, the premise is so fun and so, like I say, devilish.
And I'm
going to stop using that word now, but
keep going, keep going. I like too when he tells everyone in the elevator to show their IDs, but for some reason they're not able to see it. Like, is that manipulation by the devil, making it grainy?
Yeah, I like that too, actually, because, I mean, what was funny for me is that they ask someone and then who shows us first, like the old lady who's the devil. But I mean, she's like the shortest in there. Like, get the tallest one to show it up to the screen, you'd think. But then no one really thinks about that. You hear me?
I went on a really weird thing where if I was the cop, I would have just made them spell out their names with like numbers. So my name's Adam, so you show a 1, that's A, and then a 4 for D.
Oh wow.
That's so That's so nerdy that I'm thinking that. But I'm like, you know what? If I'm ever a cop and a detective and I'm dealing with this situation, I'm going to do that then. That'll make sense. I like that.
That could work. That could totally work. But yeah, I definitely think like she manipulated them with that whole thing because again, she's the shortest as well. And I would be like, yo, tallest guy, you're up. Hold it to the camera,
Uh-huh.
But apparently nobody thought about it. But I think she made them not think about it. That's the fun part if you're like dealing with the devil. I mean, anything can be true or like, manipulated really.
The devil controlled the elevator too. It just stopped it, man, and then controlled the microphone.
Exactly.
And then failed. Do you think the devil went in there overconfident?
I mean, I can't see the devil not being confident.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, it's the devil.
What'd you think about the representation of this? Because what the directors wanted, they didn't want. They kept out a real religious tone, and they wanted something that we can relate to in our lives, secrets that we have or addictions that we have that I hide from everyone I know, and I can't call anyone back because of that. That's the work of the devil, in my opinion. So they wanted the devil to be this like they kept a lot of the more religious overtones out of it, and they just wanted it to be about someone who divides people and turns them against each other, secrets and lies. I thought that was kind of an interesting thing. Do you think it was watered down or a neat representation?
I like it because it buys into the whole, like, what's that saying? Hell is other people,
Ah,
you know? It buys into that. Like hell on earth is like, it's other people and what we do to each other. And I mean, that also shone through with the ending where it turns out, oh, that's the guy who killed his family in the hit and run. So yeah, like, you know, how I think it's like the juxtaposition of, sure, we can embody the devil and like personify him and make him real and make him come to earth and whatever. But yeah, we're also doing a pretty good job ourselves. Like, you know, I think that was pretty cool. That's how it felt for me. And I mean, it was like done in such a way that it didn't feel like the ending was a bit corny. But I mean, I love the movie too much, so like, I'm not going to diss it, you know.
no, do it. What do you
I
mean?
still
Like,
feel like no, off with the whole and then the world was right side up again, you know, at the end. I was like, yeah, sure, yeah. Sure, if only, if only. But yeah, no, I mean, I like that, you know, like there was some religious elements, but it wasn't the only thing. It was more than that. It was about our actions and our consequences.
yeah, didn't you say they did everything to get them there, and that's why they made all the choices to get them in this spot?
Exactly. Exactly.
Is because Ramirez knew everything. I know I'm just bringing, like, I just thought about this. Could there be a yin and yang? Like, he's the counterbalance to the devil, where like, if the devil sets this up, then there needs to be someone there who can fight against the devil?
I mean,
I'm asking some
I
big
don't know.
questions here.
You are. I mean, it could be, but also, I mean, at the end, like the guy gets saved at the end because he repents. That's really like a very easy solution
Yeah.
or a very easy ending. Like he confesses, knowing that he's going to jail, confessing. So it's not like it's not small change or anything. Like he knows cops are listening. So he knows he's going to jail because he evaded a hit and run. But yeah, I mean, that's really what saves him in the end. And I think with Ramirez, it's more just like, I do think it's that testing the faith thing where, you know, for him, it's like his own fight with the devil that day.
Oh, I want to see a sequel where he does it again. I like Ramirez. I'm a fan of his. I thought he pulled off the dialogue too. Because, you know,
Yes.
all right, so I know this is not a Shyamalan movie, but it has the kind of vibe of it, maybe just a little bit. And he pulls that off really well. That
I
earnest.
thought so too.
Yeah. And I thought it was pretty
Yeah, the earnest, exactly. That earnest, like, whole, his demeanor. It worked.
And I'm happy that Dowdle directed this because Shyamalan said that he added some muscularity to it. I think the M. Night version of this would have been much more subdued. And I like what he said, the more muscularity to it, the not as monotone dialogue, the extreme close-ups, the movements, the sound design, the mix. It's much more aggressive than anything M. Night would have done. And I'm kind of happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy he didn't direct this.
Yeah, and I also read that he was really so happy because, like, Dowdle was like, yeah, okay, he's gonna direct this thing now, but it's Shyamalan's work, so he's probably gonna like want to be involved a lot, like be one of those producers. And apparently not at all. Like Shyamalan was so happy with what they did, and that's also pretty cool. Like, you know, just he was so fine to allow these people to take his story and do what they wanted. Like that was literally his goal and why he did this. But then also to be so happy with how they did it. Because, yeah, you're definitely right. If he directed it, I think it would have had, yeah, a different feel. It's only a different feel.
And he was only on set for the 40 days, which I like.
Yeah.
And he called himself a goalie. He's like, you guys do all the scoring and everything, you do all the work, but if anything gets past you guys, I'll help block it and help you out. And I want more of these earnest little movies. And you know what's interesting, too, is they moved it up like 6 months in advance. They were going to do it in February, and they released it early, like much earlier.
Yeah.
And then and it made 60 some million worldwide on a $10 million budget. That's what Saw movies do. I don't. It sucks that the annoyance against M. Night was so bad until he made The Visit, and then it kind of turned back in his favor. Now I want to tell you, in 2012, I wrote an article. It wasn't good because that was 2012 and I wasn't that good of a writer yet. But I just said, give M. Night $5 million and let him do a Blumhouse movie. And then he went and worked with Blum on The Visit, and then he got his mojo back like a year later. So I called it. I'm just telling you that now.
Mark, the world thanks you. Yep. I thank you, and the world thanks you.
I got a letter from M. Night the other day. It was really nice. He told me how appreciative of it he was. And
imagine.
And it's kind of crazy too how much control the devil had in this one. So she gets him to the diner to talk to his sponsor, and then she gets the bread truck to bounce off a wall and go down a place to get him near there to talk to the woman who was. Oh, that's another interesting thing. When she read the suicide note, it was both what? It was both.
Oh, yes. Like calm and chaotic.
That's it. So that's interesting, right?
Yeah. I took a minute there and I was like, what is a calm suicide letter look like? And also, like, it took me a second there. And then I was like, okay, just carry on, whatever. That was interesting. And maybe that fits into like the yin and the yang that you were talking about now, like,
Yeah.
The juxtaposition of everything, because I mean, if it's like everything has that, you're right. Like even the elevator, the elevator represents ascension and descension. So I think you've got like these little things all over this movie that just ties into this universe of what if the devil was real and he does this, and this little parable that our narrator's telling us like is real, and this is how it manifests itself on Earth,
I am so annoyed that I never thought about ascension and descension.
Yes. Score for me.
Wow. That's super obvious. And that's another reason for me to love this movie. That's why I love that movie Crawl, right? It's alligators attacking people. That's it.
That movie's so good. It's so good.
And I love that the main character, she swims for the University of Florida, and their mascot is the gator. And then she's attacked by gators. It's just, I'm telling you, I love some straightforward storytelling. Oh my gosh. That's bad that I missed that. I missed that. Up and down. Wow.
I actually thought that was too obvious to share, but I'm so glad I did now.
Wow.
Yeah.
In Quarantine, they're running up and down a building, going up the stairs, going down the stairs, and then as above, so below, they go to hell again. Wow.
Yeah. The Dowdles, they do like a theme, don't they? But I actually read they do like the whole claustrophobia isolation thing as well, which you can see they do.
And then they did Waco. That's nothing but isolation in that compound.
Ooh, I didn't watch that.
I don't know. It's all right. I just watched it for John Leguizamo. I'm a big fan of his. And Taylor Kitsch is good.
Okay.
I mean, you know the ending, maybe.
But of what now?
Of Waco, the TV show they did. Oh, so I'm sorry. In Waco, Texas, there was a siege. So there was a guy who had kind of a, for lack of a better word, a cult or he was like a religious leader. And they got surrounded by the FBI. This happened in the real world in Waco, Texas, and a lot of people died. A lot of people died from the siege, but they were trapped inside a place. It was a siege, like they were stuck in there. So these people get stuck in catacombs in hell, get stuck in an elevator, get stuck in an apartment block, and then they get stuck in a building.
Yeah, no, they love their getting stuck vibes. And also, thanks for teaching me some of your American history.
and sorry to make you, like, I was like, yeah, you know Waco. And I'm like, wait a second.
Not American.
Yeah.
Well, now I do. I'll definitely go read up on that. But yeah, no, they definitely like the isolation thing, which, I mean, is a great horror little device, if you will.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, I just want to go over, I feel like I rushed this earlier. I just want to go over one more time all the nerdy stuff in this movie that I love. Do you mind listening to this again? Because I just want to do it again.
Do
because
it.
It makes me happy.
Do it.
So in the beginning, you have Bethel bread, which just makes me happy of the Bethel bread. And then it turns out that his family was killed in Bethlehem Pike. And then they're at 333 Locust Street. She's wearing the infinity circle around her. There's one guy wearing red. He's wearing a red star on his shoulder. The other guys have gold stars. It's so nerdy and I love it. And it's so obvious.
Well, I mean, like I said, I didn't pick up on that, but yeah, now I'm probably not gonna not see it. But that is so cool. But listen, about the address, right? Because I read it's such an interesting story when they like started to they went to Toronto and they looked like they scouted for a skyscraper to use to film it. And the skyscraper that they used, they went there, and when they were there, a woman actually got stuck in an elevator there. And apparently it took like hours to get her out, and they were all going like, "This is like a omen, like we need to film here, this is happening." And then when they went back for another scout later on, the elevator glitched again. And it was like multiple people getting stuck. And it was just like this weird little thing. And they were like, yeah, no, this is definitely the place to shoot this film. But imagine, like, that is, I mean, I'm not really one to believe in like omens or anything, but I think it's always weird when something like that happens. Like, man, creepy.
Wow. I got stuck in my truck right before we recorded this.
Oh,
no,
wow.
I'm joking. How crazy would that be?
That would be funny.
Yeah, all right.
Can call me from your truck.
Like a Skype call from my phone? I could do it.
Yeah, you could do it. But yeah, also, and then like the other thing was that the address was 333. And that was also, that made them go like, yeah, we gotta film here.
That's fate right there.
Yeah, perfect.
This is a cheap movie. $10 million? That's not much.
No, I mean, that's low budget. That's low budget.
Yeah. Do you think it looks like a $10 million movie?
Yeah.
Yeah? I'd give it 13.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
I just foiled you there, didn't I? You were like, what is this guy getting at here?
Yeah, what, Mark? What?
All right, so how about this? You want to do something? I got a draft for you. I think a draft will be fun right about now. What do you think?
Yes, let's.
All right, so we're going to draft 5 21st century movies, horror movies that we think are underrated. And then you can vote for them on Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook. So I'll let you go first, then I'll go second. We'll pick 5 total. If you pick one, I can't pick that. So don't pick what I want, please. And then you can go to Movies, Films, and Flicks Facebook the day after this episode's released, and you can vote. So
Perfect.
All right.
Can I go?
Yeah, I'll give you first pick.
Okay. I am going with Oculus from Mike Flanagan, 2013.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
That's a gut punch movie.
I love that movie. I mean, I know some people that also like it as much as I do, but more people should like it the way I do. It is a damn good movie. I think especially for the time it came out, but it still holds up. There's some of the creepiest scenes in that movie that I've seen in horror films.
And I really like Karen Gillan and Brendan Thwaites in it, just kind of new faces. I know she had been in Doctor Who, but I really like that. And just the claustrophobia it builds.
Exactly.
I got rid of every mirror in my house after that.
Really?
No. So
liar! I knew it.
Yeah, that's
Such
right.
a liar.
Hey, I'm that lady in here. I'm the one that's always stirring shit up. I'm the new guy. Stirring shit
I
up.
see you, Mark. I see you.
Right. So my number one pick is The Blackcoat's Daughter, which directed by Oz Perkins. Have you watched it?
Not yet. I know of it, but I haven't watched it yet. Yeah.
I promote it every chance I get. So if I ever write an article about horror movies, I just throw a reference into it. I just think it's a really neat, quiet, patient film that focuses on loss and loneliness, and it just gets me. It has the most low key exorcism that you could ever see. So yeah, mine is
Oh, wow.
Blackcoat's Daughter. That's my first one.
Okay, I'm definitely going to check that one out. Okay, and then, yeah, keeping with the dawdles, I'm going with As Above, So Below.
No,
Boom.
that's so good. All right, I'm gonna give away the ending. Is that fine?
I don't know. Should you?
I guess
I
if
mean, this is a part for the devil. I mean, if
yeah,
it was a part for As Above, then I mean, I guess it would be fine. But don't spoil it for people that hasn't watched it yet. You know? I
yeah.
don't know.
It
What do you
just
think?
You're right. It made me happy because I don't know if this is a spoiler, but I didn't see it ending like that. And when it ended like that, I felt very happy. Did you?
Well, I can tell you that same. I felt the same. Like I also didn't expect it, and it was very satisfying. It's one of those satisfying endings. Like you say, it makes you happy because you're like, oh yes, that's a good way to do that.
I wanted more. Well, I won't say anything else. But yeah, it's good. I don't think it's that shaky. I love that they actually went down to the catacombs. Like, it's cool. I'm glad you picked it. That's a good one. My wife Megan and I are covering it on the podcast. We're probably in the next few months we're gonna cover it because we love that movie.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah.
Yay!
All right.
Do it.
So mine, I don't know if you've seen this movie, but it's called Session 9.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
I remember Session 9. That's a good one. That's a good pick.
so I'm going to be covering that on an upcoming episode. And I just love the way Anderson, I mean, so they found that place in Boston, and then they wrote a movie around it. And they brought in really good actors. And I've been listening to the commentaries and the documentaries about it. And what I like the most is that the director Brad Anderson said, uh, I made this movie so that people walk out of it and just look at me and go, why? Why did you do that to me? That was horrible.
Well, yeah. I mean, good job.
I mean, and it's successful.
Absolutely.
I just love it. Why? Why? So
Why?
yeah, that's a why movie. But yeah,
That's definitely a why movie.
all right, so that's my number. What's your number three?
My number three is a little one that I know you like too, is The Dead Don't Die.
Yeah.
I freaking loved that movie. Yeah, I'm actually, I understand why people didn't really, but I also don't. I sometimes think, like, can't you just love a movie for what it is and stop? It's very much with Shyamalan. It's the same thing. People keep on thinking about what came before, what came before. Can a movie just stand alone? And can you just see it for what it is and not all these people connected to it and all their histories and all.
Yeah. It's wild too with expectations. Someone goes, I didn't like it because it wasn't what I expected. But do you let your theatrical watches be judged by what you expect? Right? Like, does that?
That's the thing. Exactly. I feel like, and also people's expectations can be really skewed,
Mm-hmm.
like, and not always make 100% sense. And I'm like, do you realize that? Do you realize what you expected? I don't know.
I'm so happy you picked this because another thing is, like, everyone thought it might be another Only Lovers Left Alive, which was beautiful to look at. It was like luscious. It just looked beautiful, and I think people are maybe expecting something like that. But Jarmusch, he has no interest in zombies. He just wanted to tell a little story. I don't know. I love it. I love that movie. I've watched it so many times. Oh, it's so
Yeah,
good.
no, big fan. So what's yours?
Tusk. I'm gonna do Tusk,
Tusk.
directed by
Tusk.
Kevin Smith, because it's just a movie about a guy being fit into a walrus suit, and it happens, and it ends with a walrus fight between two people, and it's just
Excellent.
this weird, cheap, fun, gonzo movie that the cinematography's good, the production design's good. There are moments in it where I'm like, oh brother, like there's a scene where Genesis Rodriguez has a monologue, and he just wrote that for the night before. He's like, oh, I just like her, so I'm gonna write her a monologue, and it makes no sense in the movie. But other than that, it's a movie about a guy being turned into a walrus. Like you can't beat it.
Yeah, you can't beat it. Excellent.
Sorry, that's mine. What's your next one?
Number 4, Jennifer's Body.
Yeah.
Love that movie.
So good.
So good, so underrated. I love that people have actually started talking about it a bit more. Yeah, maybe it might have been like one of those ahead of its time. I hate saying that though. I hate saying something is ahead of its time yeah, anyway, whatever. That's a discussion for another day. No, just an excellent movie. I loved everything about that movie. It was fun. It was gross. It was like you laugh, you get freaked out. There's the weirdest things that happen. I love it.
And you know what's interesting? You go back and you read the reviews, and they're so, like, why are you writing this about this movie? People really, I don't know, it was interesting, like all the focus on the wrong things, and I think you watch it now, and it holds up. I really dig it. Like, I love that movie.
Absolutely. I think it's another one of those where people's expectations were very weird going into it. And I think they're probably over those kind of expectations now. So now they watch it and they're like, wow, actually, yeah, no, it's always been like this. But anyway.
Yeah, the director and Diablo Cody, they were kind of talking about that, and they're sort of annoyed that, like, oh, it's all of a sudden it's good. Like, no, it's been good the whole time. People are just sort of...
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're just, waking up from your coma or whatever. Like, honestly. Now, I was also actually annoyed with, like, people not getting it at first. Like, I thought it was really good. Yeah, we're all different and whatever. But also, a good movie is a good movie. Come on.
People are getting it now, so that makes me happy.
So happy.
So my fourth one's The Invitation, actually directed by Karen Kusama as well. And so I think I like her a lot as a director. I like Logan Marshall Green in it, and I just love where it goes. I love how it builds and builds. And it just leads to a really cool moment at the end. And it's just a good flick. I really dig it, and I think more people should watch it. I like Karen Kusama. She's directing the latest Dracula movie that I think is going to be really fun to watch.
Yes. Excited about that one. That's going to be interesting. I think that's going to be really interesting. But The Invitation is a great pick. Like, it was actually also on my list for a possible one. So thanks for taking one of mine. But that's fine. My last one, I'll do Stoker. I love Stoker. Man, so I love Stoker. And it's really just, I don't know anyone else who likes it as much as I do. People don't like that movie, and I don't know why.
It's just Chan-wook Park taking his Korean sensibilities to America. And I love the piano scene. The script is excellent. The performances are good.
Matthew Good in general, just love it. Nicole is excellent. No, they're all excellent. I love the cinematography as well. It's so beautifully done. Mm-hmm. It's one of those movies where, you can just look at it. You can turn the sound off and just look at it. It's very pretty to look at.
I think
mesmerizing.
Chan-wook Park. I love his movies and how they just can juggle such messed up stuff, but they can just be so beautiful to look at. It's more like the debauchery in his movies becomes so much more palatable because the way he doesn't flinch and he doesn't shy away from it. And I hate when movies go try to water things down, because then that seems more disturbing to me. I like how he goes full in on it. So yeah.
Exactly. He makes it feel so natural, watching all these horrible things happen. But it's so natural and beautiful in this world, almost. This world that he creates. Yeah, I love that movie. Love, love, love.
So my final one, it hit the theaters. It didn't do too well. There's not going to be any sequels. No one ever talks about it. But I think Strangers Prey at Night is a solid film. You didn't like it?
No, I did. That's a good one. That's also a good one, yeah.
I guess you can hate it. I just like the pool scene. I think it's, I love Total Eclipse of the Heart's playing, and then you have this just random pool fight that ends with this bird's eye view of this kid bleeding out with blood pouring from his side. And it's such a well-scored, well-lit. It was a beast to film because bugs kept getting into the water because they filmed in Alabama, which is just loaded with bugs during the summer. And so between every take, they had to get 8 people in scooping bugs out, and then they'd have to go back shooting. But I really like how the kid actually survives the attack. I like when the girl initially attacks him, and he doesn't flinch from just taking her out. It's a really well-scored, or not, soundtracked, lit, played-out scene, and I dig it. So I'll add it for that, The Strangers Prey at Night.
No, perfect. You actually make me want to watch it again. I think I should watch it again after you've talked about it so beautifully. You've made me want to watch it again, so well done.
Just watch the pool fight. The pool fight's just so cool. And I also love all the smoke work they do. They must have had just so many, they call them tubes of death. So what they are, like, do you know tubes of death?
No.
There's
What's that?
so there's these massive, like, tubes that you blow up, and then you walk around, you poke holes in them, and then you shoot smoke into them. So you can cover an area of 100 yards with that smoke, and then you can have fans
Oh.
pushing them, so it's cheap lighting. It reflects the light better, so it
Yeah.
makes everything better. So in that movie, it just seems like the tube of death budget is what they spent most of their money on.
So, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so I dig that. So I love your team. So you have Oculus, As Above, So Below, The Dead Don't Die, Jennifer's Body, and Stoker. I might vote for you. And I have the Blackcoat's Daughter, Session 9, Tusk, The Invitation, and The Strangers Pray at Night. We picked a good. This is good. This is really good.
This is a good matchup. I like this. I like this draft. I think we did well.
That
I
was
think we
good.
did well.
All right. So any final thoughts about Devil before we get out of here?
Well, I mean, I hope I never ever get stuck in an elevator, honestly. That would be great. Yeah, no, it's a little gem of a movie. I love it. I really, really, really love the fact that it's so short, that it's only 80 minutes. It's perfect. Yeah, and I would like actually to see, this, because Shyamalan said it's kind of like a little series that he wanted to do originally with like these little short films, right? And give it to his short stories and give it to other directors to do. And I mean, I would actually like to see that happen eventually, because it just kind of died down, that whole idea. I think it would be cool. And also, yeah, maybe like a sequel to Devil with Ramirez. That would also be pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Let's do that.
Right?
I think now's the time for the critical reevaluation of it, with M. Night doing really well. And
Yeah.
no one's, because I think everyone hated it before they watched it, and I think that's why I've championed it so much for the last decade. Because listen, it made 60 million worldwide. It has a decent IMDb score. The Rotten Tomatoes score isn't terrible, but I don't know. I'm not saying it's Rosemary's Baby, but I think it's an 80 minutes that you can have a lot of fun with. That's good.
That's
So,
the
yeah.
thing. It's a fun little movie. And if you think about, movies going like straight to, a VOD and stuff, like releases on Netflix and whatever. I mean, do a little devil kind of sequel movie, put it out on Netflix. I think people would like that.
Think about it. So M. Night, he could get young, up-and-coming directors, and he could just give them $3 million, a Netflix deal, and just say, here's this money, go Blumhouse right now. He made The Visit, he made Split, Glass. Those movies made so much money for Blumhouse. So just give these young and upcoming directors an idea he has, and they can run amok with it. Do 5 of those movies for $15 million, sell them to Netflix, get international distribution. You're going to make your money back on it. And this would give a kind of a diverse group of directors something to do, and have M. Night's name on it, who's successful right now. Oh, we need to be producers if this happens, by the way. You and I.
Yes, no, definitely. Look, I mean, it's out there now into the world, but we also have like a podcast to prove that we definitely came up with this idea.
That's right. But no, well, thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, thanks, Mark. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit off today, but this has been so much fun, and I'm definitely going to watch Devil again to see all those little tidbits you told us about. It was amazing. Thanks so much, man.
It's going to be like the best day of your life.
The best. Oh, my word.
All right, so thank you for joining me, all right? Thank you.
Cool, man.
All right.
Cheers.
All right, so for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Zanandi,
Yeah.
But this is Movie Sounds of Flicks. We'll see you next week.